So again, please feel free to do that anytime. Now, one of the best things to do is to, if you guys are sitting here, is to do what the couple in the back did. Take up an entire row. This way you can play the game of pass the camera. A donde vamos a tomar fotos del edificio Empire State y el edificio Gotcha. Después de eso, vamos a ir para el norte y ir al baile. Earlier cars like Model A's and Model T's, right? For about between $1 and $2 million. So it's very expensive here. All right, and so as we've gotten onto Canal Street, we enter into a neighborhood called Chinatown. Like the one we're seeing over to our left, the New York County Courthouse, seen every day in Law and Order. Now, the Brooklyn Bridge was built in 1883, and when they built the bridge, it was the first steel cable bridge in the area. And people didn't trust the strength of steel cable. They thought, it's a rope bridge. That's not gonna hold me when the wind gets heavy. I'm gonna be dumped into the river. Me and my horse and chicken. And so if there was an extra story around 3 o'clock or, you know, around noon, well, they would print an extra paper. And they would have and so that is the Woolworth building again. And so we're going to turn it onto Broadway. Now, Broadway is the oldest street here in Manhattan. And when it was built, it is older than the city of New York. It is older than the United States. It's older than New Amsterdam. And so somebody might ask, how is that possible? Well, that's because Broadway was an old Native American trail that went from the top of the island to the bottom of the island, where the Native Americans had a beaver pelt trading post. All right, and so that's Trinity Church. Now, Trinity Church was seen in the movie National Treasure, and so the treasure is hidden underneath that church. We just haven't found it yet. A lot of our founding fathers are in the cemetery of something with wings over there, and that is called the Oculus. The Oculus is actually a we're gonna move up. I'll tell you about it in a minute. Let's go. Ssantosotj. Okay, so a little bit more about that Oculus that I was talking about. So that is going to be a subway hub. The subway hub will connect the World Financial Center with the World Trade Center over to the officers, or things like that. Most of the people who died of things like that happened. Pretty normal. This tree lost some of its branches in that. Pretty clear that that's what happened. Also, parts of it were burned during that time. But as they were digging out the rubble, they found that some parts of it were still green. And so they thought they could transplant it over the ground into a nursery. Where? Now in the Bronx, there are rumors. I think we should just go out there and wait one day. All right, so we're looking at the North Tower School. Now the North Tower School is shut off because in the winter, when most streets don't have their lights, the wind kicks up here and it drives the water out from the pool, baptizing the people over here, dousing them with lots and lots of cold water. And so, because of that, because the 9/11 Memorial doesn't want to get people sick, when those leaves are gone, they shut this off during windy days. As you can see, more office workers die here at the North Tower. Also at the North Tower, we see a bunch of white roses. Finish getting pictures and move on. He's getting a picture yet, so let him get his picture. The building's is accidents. I mean, that's as far as I know. And so I'm watching the news, and I go outside to see that there was real smoke, and it was really smoke. So make sure that everything was real. Come back inside, watch some more TV, and I saw the South Tower get hit. And then you think, oh my goodness, it's not an accident, it's an attack. And so the North Tower was hit about 8:45 in the morning, the South Tower was hit about 9 o'clock in the morning. And in 2006, we finished 7 World Trade Center, a replica to the original 7 World Trade Center. In 2011, they built this Memorial Plaza with the 2 reflecting pools. In 2013, they built 4 World Trade Center. They completed that. 2015, they finished the museum and 1 World Trade Center. And earlier this year, they opened the observation deck at 1 World Trade Center. On the day that it opened, I was able to go up there. Yay. And so they've also built the subway hub, and they've opened it, but they're going to complete it over some more years. The next building to be built will be 3 World Trade Center, and finally 2 World Trade Center should be built by 2020. And the reason that you don't build all your buildings at one time is so that you don't flood the market with offices and then cheapen the market on those. And so that's part of what's going on. Anybody from my group have any questions?
What happened to your brother?
Huh?
What happened?
Oh, my brother was in New Jersey. You just saw it from the tower in New Jersey.
I see.
So today he works as an building, you couldn't find tenants for it. And so they called it the empty state building for the first 20 years. And so in order to keep the building big, it looked like the building was full, they would have the maintenance workers run around the building at night, turning lights on and off. And so that is the Empire State Building. Now the Empire State Building did stay in business in the 1930s due to the observation deck,